Hello and a warm welcome to my YouTube channel where I try to cover stocks and indexes on a regular basis, both from a derivative and a technical point of view. In this video, I have covered Maruti, India's flagship automobile company. And if you can look at the monthly charts, right from the subprime lows, started a superb rally. Of course, these are adjusted charts. And from 2013 low, you can see 12 low. It's had a phenomenal bull run with small skirmishes happening in 2012, 13, and then a small one in 2016. This was the Brexit impact at that time. And then from the 2018 highs, it started slipping down to make a higher low formation in 2020. You see that all around it's always made a higher low formation, right from the 2008 lows. Now, uh, from Jan of 2021, we can see some kind of a parallel channel going on in its higher time frame charts. See out here. It's a parallel channel which is running. Not a not a straight up, but parallel channel, zigzag going up, down like that in the uh, from that January lows. So Ichimoku style, the monthly has a huge support. If it by chance in the coming months were to break the 8,000 level, then a massive support base is at 6,800, where smart money would come and rush in to accumulate this stock in case of any major calamity in the stock. Now, let's have a look at the weekly. And just like I said, that the Ichimoku here also is quite bullish. We saw this double bottom formation kind of taking place uh, earlier this year. As you can see here, this was the 2022 low, and this is the 2023 low where double bottom formation took place. And from there, we saw some kind of a recovery happening. Here also, the channel is quite evident out here, much more clear than it was in the monthly chart on how it has been progressing. Future Kumo is still bullish. That's why the stock is not uh, that weak in the medium to short term point of view. And looking at bounces, that was the main reason as per Ichimoku. Now let's have a look at what the daily time frame is telling us from a short term perspective out here. Now in the daily, there has been a bearish harmonic formation which took place on the 12th of May. And from there, we saw a sharp reaction, which the harmonic completed its minimum 38% retracement, from where we have seen a bounce back again. So this 38, in case it slips further, then the next support comes in at the 50 and the 62%. And as per Ichimoku, also 8,800 is where the next support is. The 9,000 was the first support where it touched and bounced back. In case there is selling pressure, the next support comes in at 8,800. If for any chance it fails to hold that, then below that straight away at 8,500. These are the downside supports in the short term for Maruti. Now let's have a look at the resistance if it were to push its way up from here. The resistance is at 9,300 odd, 9,275 to 9,300 odd is a resistance. You can see a lot of distribution has taken place out here. So this zone, in case it pushes its way up here, will could see some selling pressure out here. While its support, which I was talking about, immediate short-term support is at 9,100 now. It bounced from 9,000 odd. So the 9,100 odd will see a good support zone out here where it could uh, again try to do an attempt. In case now also it falls, then have a look at here. Anything below 9,100 would mean the 9,000 levels will be tested. And like I said, if 9,000 breaks, then 8,800 is that next level where some kind of support would come in. On the other hand, if it pushes its way above this 9,300, 9,375 zone, which is the wall for it out here, zone of 9,300 to 9,375, then the next up move, would major resistance would come straight away at 10,000 and then at 10,500, which is the upper line of the channel resistance, which we've been seeing from January 2021 in the stock. So at a very crucial juncture, Maruti, in terms of charts, 9,300 to 9,375, a break above that, you have a solid setup for a 700 to 1,500 point move, while a break below 9,000 would suggest a downward move towards 88, and then 8,500 is where the next support comes in for the stock in the short term. Now, before we proceed ahead and look at the derivative data and the option data of the stock, a reminder to viewers that if you are interested in learning Ichimoku, harmonics, risk management, trading psychology, then my courses video are there. So it's there in the description box. Click on it, read on it, and if you have any queries, you can shout out an email to me or send me a message on Twitter, and I will revert back to you on your queries and your doubts. The course will have hand-holding, follow-through guidance on whatever you learn. You can interact with me on one-on-one basis, where I will confirm whether you are interpreting it properly or not, and we can share our views on that. And in the trading psychology one, there are 10 live one-on-one sessions which will be done during market hours. In case you're not free during market hours, then will be done post-market, where we cover various aspects to complement our studies and so that we can reduce risk and identify strength and weaknesses right throughout, and on various features on how to improve on our trading discipline will be covered there. Now let's have a look at the option and the derivative data of Maruti to ascertain what lies ahead in the short. Now here in the future builder scanner, we can see that Maruti has interestingly not done any price movement in the last 5 days, just a 1% move. Today also a very minute move of 0.25%, but the OI change is heavy. The OI change over 5 days was very heavy. Now today's OI change could be a lot of rollover taking place into the June series, but in the last 5 days also we've seen some large amount of rollover. So future build-up happening out there. So look out for some immediate price movement up or down in the coming couple of days. You could see some 100, 200 point move. Set up your triggers accordingly to trade in it in either direction. That clarity will come as the days progress or the hours progress in the charts of Maruti. Now let's have a look at the option data of Maruti. What is the option chain telling us out here? Yeah, so with May just 2 sessions left, in 8,600 is one huge wall, but this is much closer to the current price is 9,000. But look at the wall at 9,300. Like I said, that the 9,300 wall, as per Ichimoku, also is a big resistance. And today we can see some. This is typical, because the premiums have uh, mostly finished. So there is an unwinding taking place out there. And moving on to rolling out to the June series, there are some put buying which took place at 91, 92, and 93 today, interestingly. Now let's have a look at what uh, June is telling us. June, uh, typical, this is a very typical early part build up is only seen. So there's a wall at 9,000. Again, Ichimoku also suggested that. And below that, there is trade at 8,500. Even though Ichimoku has a support at 8,800, this wall is still small compared to this one at 8,500, where a lot of smart money would be looking for a short term entry. But look at the wall here also at the money 9,200. 9,300 also, a big one at 95. But in my view, if it can sustain above the 9,375, then this 95 will get broken and it could then stretch its way up here. So keep those factors in mind when you're setting up your trade. Disclaimer: this is not a trading or an investment advice. It's an educational purpose using Ichimoku, harmonic patterns, and the open interest of options and the future build-up. Please do your own study thoroughly before taking a decision with your trade or your investments. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to like this one, share and subscribe to the channel, and happy investing, everyone. Bye bye.